Hi, welcome and to your mat in your own home. My name is Crystal, and today I'm just going to do a short, hopefully just half an hour flow of what I would normally do if I just had half an hour. And I'm going to do this also, I call it a asymmetrical flow. So each side of my body is going to be mirroring and doing the same thing on either side. So if you're feeling a bit weird in the hips sometimes, in your pelvis, where you just don't want to have one leg in front, one leg behind, too much of those things, this is a great flow for you, because I get that sometimes too. So let's begin. Let's come to a child's pose. Have your knees as wide as you need them to be. It could be mat distance apart. It could be knees slightly more together. Just inviting you to drop your weight into the earth. And if your forehead is on the floor or on a pillow, just feeling that pressure on your third eye and your forehead should naturally send a very calming effect on your whole body. Connecting to the breath, exhaling out through the mouth whenever you're feeling the urge to. And just really arriving into the body here. Taking just 2 more long, deep breaths. Filling up the whole back body. Getting heavy through the hips. And just finding that anchor into the earth here. Using your inhale, we're going to gently lift our head off the floor and just feeling the light come into your eyes as we come up to a tabletop here. So knees underneath hips and wrists underneath your shoulders. Just inviting some intuitive movements here on hands and knees. And this is really my very first go-to here. Really having a look at what my practice looks like when I am just feeling like I need to just drop into the body. I need to just feel all the kinks and the tightness inside, and breathing and moving into those spaces. You might naturally come into a cat-cow stretch where you inhale, drop the belly down. And then exhale to curl. Or maybe you might somehow find yourself in these hip circles. And just moving in either direction. And just as you flow and drop into the body here, take your time to linger in the places where it feels a little bit tighter, a bit sort of like constricted. And just breathe into that spot. So today, my left lower back feeling a little bit weird. So I'm just going to feel into that space as I pause in that cat stretch. And then just allowing softer, fluid movements to come back in. Couple more breaths. The wrists get tired, you can always come down onto your forearms. And it's always like, if you feel the urge to sink back into a child, or even reach the hands a little bit forward, and just even like come all the way down to your bellies, that might feel nice. Just feeling the earth beneath you, that grounding sensation that, that the earth can offer. Always there. It's a great resource. So wherever you are in your free flow, we're going to come to meet in a downward facing dog. Taking your time, just naturally, organically come into that down dog. Send your hips high into the sky. And if you are new to downward facing dog, you kind of want to get an upside down V shape. But a softness in the knees. You don't have to straighten the knees. The priority in the downward facing dog is always a long straight spine. And the knees can be bent. Heels don't have to touch the floor. Paddling your legs to just stretch out the calf muscles. And you might even find that you might want to do a couple of twists side to side. So just dropping the heels in either direction. And then leaning over to either side here, finding that stretch. All right, from here we're going to look forward between the hands. And we're going to walk up, float up to the front of your mat. And as you do a halfway lift, draw the belly in, lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. And 2 more times. Inhale, ripple the spine forward to a halfway lift. Exhale, dropping, surrendering. Keeping the knees bent if you must. And then 1 more. Inhale to lengthen, halfway lift. And exhale, drop it down. I like to dangle here a little bit longer. Just lingering in this really comforting forward fold. And maybe just play around with your weight. You could lean further forward into the balls of your feet. And then feeling the stretch at the back of your knees or wherever you're feeling it. You can lean on back or side to side. Yes or no with your head. And then dropping your hands to the floor, allow it to just rest down, fingertips. Inhale to halfway lift 1 more time. And exhale, let's step it back into a downward facing dog. Once again, all the way back. Inhaling to a plank pose. We're going to drop the knees down to the floor. And your elbows, just hug it in slightly as we drop belly, chest, and chin. Come all the way down. Let's bring our fingertips wide. And we're going to lift up into Gekko Cobra. So from here, you press onto the tops of your feet into the earth. And then you inhale. Just lifting your chest. Widen your shoulder blades away from your torso. And exhale. Come on down. 2 more times. Inhale. Peel your upper body off the floor. You don't have to come as high as I do. Just, come into that sweet spot where you're feeling that openness in the chest. 1 more time. Drawing the tops of your feet down. Even the pubic bone presses into the earth. Peeling your heart up. Maybe the head comes up last. And exhale. All the way to the floor. Bring your hands alongside your body once again. Inhale to just the normal cobra pose. All the way hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet once again. Bend the knees, look forward between the hands. Inhale, we're stepping to the front of your mats. This time, let's bring our feet mat distance apart, come into a yogic squat. All right, and if your heels don't touch the floor and you're somewhere in this kind of perch, that's totally fine as well. And then from here, just moving side to side. And I'm just going to turn to face you. Getting heavy through the hips. And then slowly as we rock ourselves side to side, maybe you want to peel one arm open, stretch it up and back. Making nice big circles with that arm. It doesn't matter which side you're doing first. And then coming, reaching forward and down, maybe to the other side. And if you're feeling a bit more tender on one side, just be gentle with yourself. Opening. And then exhale. Maybe reach forward, drop your head, get a nice stretch, continuing to sway from side to side if that feels nice. And then inhale, come forward, press your hands back to the floor, step back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, bend the knees, look forward between the hands. Inhale, step or walk to the front of your mat, lengthen up halfway. Exhale to fold. This time we're going to press into the feet, come up all the way. Reach your arms overhead. Maybe the head comes up last, just unfurling, uncurling. And as we reach our hands all the way to the top, draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, maybe a little back bend there. And just go ahead and just sway side to side. And just organically begin to move as you need to. And from now, I'm finding a little bit of circular movement through the hips. So as we bend the knee, as we come forward, and then reach back. Hooking your thumbs might be useful, or you can even just allow your arms to get nice and creative and soft, and just allow them to move freely. And then from here, if you're feeling complete in one direction, you can change. All right, or you can even like step a little bit wider, mat distance apart, and come into more exaggerated, wider movements here. I'm still going in this one direction. And actually from here, let's just drop our whole upper body over our legs into a standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift once again. Exhale down. And inhale to rise. Swaying side to side. And let's just go in the opposite direction of the previous rotation. And if you've forgotten which direction you're going to, try to feel. And you know what? If you're going in the same direction as before, maybe that's what your body needs today. Maybe that is the direction that your body needs to be twisting in. And I might be doing the same as before, I'm not sure. But this is what my body's calling for now. This direction, this flow, releasing your arms. Dropping the body weight down as we reach up. Dropping the body weight down, all the way up. And one more. Let's take it down, all the way back up. Lovely, just coming back to center here. Pausing. Hand over the heart, one hand on the belly. Finding a bit of stillness here, catching your breath. Feeling anchored down through your feet on the exhale. And a slight lengthening towards the sky on the inhale. Beautiful. Open your eyes. And now we're going to step to the long side of your mat. I know I have my mat in cross weight, but yep, so just alongside your mat. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the tailbone down. We're going to have our legs nice and wide, outer edge of the feet parallel. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hinging from the hips. We come and journey down, placing your hands down in front of your mat. Prasarita, Uttanasana, wide-legged forward bend. On the inhale, we lengthen the heart. Exhale, we fold. So options for the hands, you can just rest them down on the floor. You can keep them on your waist. And then from here, maybe we can just sway a little bit side to side once again. Dropping the head. And then from here, we're going to bend into the right knee. And then I'm going to bend into the left knee. So just gentle rocking side to side. Hands on the floor in front of you. Or if you can't, if the floor is very, very far away, you can always place them on blocks. And then from here, as we bend into the left knee, place your right hand onto the floor, either fingertips or palms, left arm to the sky. Come into a twist. And then we stay here for a few breaths. Always permission to just move as you need to. Let the arm be free. Let the arm move forwards and backwards. And then exhale down. We're going to lean into the right knee, left hand down, and we're going to twist open up this way. Staying or reaching. One more breath. Beautiful. Reaching your hands down. From here, just drop our heads to the ground. Place your hands on your hips. Bend the knees. And getting ready to rise. Inhale. All the way back up. Exhale. Release. Just walk your feet in towards each other. And shake it out. Shake out, shake it out, shake it out. Coming back to the front of your mat. Well, you should be there already. From here, we're going to come back down. So press down to the earth. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Lengthening up. And then exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling to halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the floor, stepping back into downward facing dog. Hips nice and high, dropping your shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the neck. Taking one more breath. And then bend through the knees, look at your hands. We're going to step to a cross-legged position. Come down onto your mat. So from here, just do a couple of shoulder rolls as we ease out the tension from that standing practice. Just one direction, and then maybe change it up. Back to front. Beautiful. Then from here, we're going to come and bring our feet together in Baddha Konasana. So, soles of your feet touching, placing your hands on your ankles or around your feet. Have your spine nice and tall. Inhaling and then exhaling, either staying upright if this is a lot already, or you can just soften your upper body over your legs. Come into a forward fold. Just breathing into the stretch. From here, you can always have permission to reach on into either side. If you're feeling a little bit strange and kinky on either side of your lower back, which I am slightly today, just exploring what it feels like to come to either side of the stretch. Long, deep breaths. And slowly coming back to center. And just finding that neutrality in the spine once again. Beautiful. We're going to extend the left leg out. And then we're going to bring the right knee up. And then bring that right leg across the left knee. So this is actually an asymmetrical pose, but it's a twist. So we're doing it on both sides, and it shouldn't feel too odd and strange. So right hand comes behind you. Inhale to left arm up, and exhale, just gently pressing to the knee. Keep your spine nice and tall. Left toes pointing up to the sky. Just connecting to the breath here. Inhaling, always lengthening, and exhaling, twisting a little bit more. One more breath. And then slowly on the inhale, release back to center. Extending the right leg out, shake it out. And then sitting tall on your sit bones, bring the left knee in and then over the right knee, right? Okay, draw the belly inwards, place the left hand behind you, using it as like a stand, like a kickstand. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, just bring your arm over the knee to help hinge yourself into the twist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, twisting. Just be gentle with yourself. And there's no sort of hurry or race to get into the deepest twists in the first couple of breaths. And just honoring wherever your body is today. One more breath here. And then on the inhale, release the arm down. Reach your other leg forward. Stretch it out. Very cool. And then from here, we're going to do a wide-legged forward bend. So just use your hands, bring them under your knees, stretch it. It doesn't have to be as wide as what mine looks like. And just find a comfortable place. You want to press your sit bones into the earth, and you're always welcome to sit up on a blanket or a block if you feel like you're falling backwards. All right, from here, we're going to inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale, actually, it's a twist to the left side. And then we're going to come down and just walk your hands out towards the left leg. Belly is nice and tucked in. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, just sending your heart down towards the knees. Just 2 more breaths here. We won't stay terribly long on each side. And we've just done that twist earlier, so this should find a little bit more space now. Beautiful. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. And whenever you're ready, you're going to walk yourself to twist to the other side. Inhale to lengthen up, and exhale with that twist. Come on down. Gently, using your hands as just like a little grippy suction cap for you to have that long spine to hold you into space as you just work towards this slight twisted forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. One more breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale down. And slowly inhale, coming all the way back up. And then from here, exhaling, we're going to come down towards the center. And if you have totally had enough in this posture, you're welcome to come back into Baddha Konasana, where your soles of your feet touch, to come into this final forward bend. Spine nice and tall, heart surrendering forward, feet active. And then always, always welcome to have a bit of movement. Finding the equanimity. And just meeting yourself wherever you are. Gorgeous. One more breath. And then on the inhale, coming all the way back up. Hands underneath the knees. Let's bring it back to center. And just windshield wiper on each side. Right, so just dropping the knees. And just looking at how the knees are leading, and maybe the hips want to rise a little bit more as you move from side to side. And then just see what the body wants to do to follow and complete this. And so maybe you want to turn and get the ribs involved, the shoulders, and come down. Inhaling, twisting to the other side, all the way coming to the earth. So just seeing the body as one whole unit in movement, in the spirals. This is a wonderful way to also stretch all the fascia, the connective tissue underneath the skin. As you feel the stretch from the knee all the way to your fingertips. And one more time on each side. I just love doing this one because I feel it just completes all that staticness that sometimes the yoga can be not static, but quite linear and quite, straight this way, that way. And this is spirals and twists that I enjoy. Beautiful, coming all the way back to center. We're going to make our way down onto the mats. Just allow your whole body to come back. Bring your knees into the chest, hug it in, rock it out, side to side. And then from here, we are going to extend the left leg out. Keep our right knee drawn into the chest. Wind removing pose. So as we draw the knee in, squeeze it into the right rib cage, to the right armpit. From here, maybe it feels nice to grab onto the outside edge of the feet and then come into a half happy baby. And maybe you want to stretch that leg out even further and straight if that's accessible. If not, just stay in happy baby and enjoy that stretch there. One more breath. And then from here, maybe draw the feet closer in to the chest as we get the stretch here. Squeeze it in, and then we release down. The other side, so draw the left knee in, wind removing pose into the left side. Squeezing in that descending colon on the left, if I'm not wrong. And then grabbing onto the outside edge of the feet into a half happy baby. Rock it out. And then straightening if that feels nice. Gorgeous. From here, inviting you to bring the soles of your feet together to touch in the sky, like Uttanasana in the sky. Wrap your hands around your feet. Lift your head and shoulder off the floor as you draw your face into the feet into the face. And then we release. If there's any final pose you need to do right now, go ahead. Maybe it's a stretch. For me, that's what it is. Maybe it's a headstand. Maybe it's a full wheel. I don't know. Otherwise, once you're finished, we're gonna chill out in Shavasana for a bit. Extending the arms away from the body, legs mat width apart. Maybe take a couple of deep cleansing breaths here, in through the nose. Release through the mouth. One more. Let it go. As this is meant to be a short practice, we're just going to keep Shavasana short as well. But we do need Shavasana still, as it's a time to integrate, a time for the body to somatically catch up with all the input. It's also a wonderful chance for us to just really connect to the earth, with the whole body stretched out, letting go each muscle, letting go of all your organs and all the stuff, all the bits in your face, in the throat, in your jaw. You're welcome to stay in your restful Shavasana in your home. If you're coming back up with me, begin to deepen your breath once again. Feel the breath rise all the way down into your belly as your rib cage expands. Sensing the breath reach every cell throughout your whole body as you begin to move fingers and toes, neck. Reaching arms above your head, feet joints together. Stretch it out. And then come to lay on one side. Pausing in the transition, always. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to press yourself back up to a seat. Full awareness of each movement you're making to come back up. Just a moment here to feel your whole body in this one unit, one shape. Hips grounding into the earth once more. Spine nice and tall. Let's bring our palms together in front of your heart. And then finding the gratitude in each cell in your body. The gratitude for the time that you've carved out for yourself to do the practice. Gratitude for the technology of which this is conducted through, and also gratitude to the space we have. Namaste. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank you.